Hello, welcome to Jadekind Gaming. My name is Adam, and today I will be opening up a couple more of the add-ons from the Wildlands Dwarven Forge Kickstarter. These are a couple of ruins pieces, or ruins adjacent, more likely. I didn't get any of the actual ruined arches or any of those. I did, however, get the circles for the ground. The ruins, the Circle of Power, and then I got that to go along with getting the Oracle Pool Deluxe Light Puck Pack. So I have the Dwarven Forge Light Puck, which I'm really excited to get to take a look at finally. And I got, the other ones because it goes with it. So we will start by looking at the Circle of Power, which has other things I'm certainly interested in, of course. Starting with another of these magnetic boulders. I've gotten a couple of. There's metal under here, so good chance in here. We have one of their sealable bindings as a magnet, so it can stick onto the boulder. So there's that. Then we have 4 of these little ground pieces that have a pole accessory hole. So we have the pole accessory, whatever, little runic piece. There are 2, 3, 4 of those, and I guess, scale of a mini to them. And likewise, there are 4 of the saluting serifs. Which is, taller than a mini. But yeah. So there's 4 of each of these pole accessory options and 4 lumps to put pole accessories in. So that way there are options for that. We have a remote control here. Get a lot of through Dwarven Forge at this point. And this will go with this piece here. Remove this. And turn this on. And we make it whatever color we need. Make it dim. Dimming it makes it where it looks weird on the camera. But yeah, change the color. Different options there. And there's whatever. The weird go-between color options too. Yeah, so we have that, and a mini to scale on that as well. This is a very large piece. And then let's just get a look around, because it has their runic detailing and scripting all around here. And I guess this is what they're saying is like their wyver stone texture, but clear. Like something's been magically done to it. So this texture will work alongside some of the stuff in the mountain sets. And of course you can also just have it off. Although, remember, if you turn it off here, it's still draining battery. You have to turn it off here for it not to drain battery. But yeah, so it'll work off as well. And then you can, and the reason that you can do it this way is you can have it say on, turn it off, and then when that way it's sitting there draining battery, but when your players activate something, it just turns on to where you need it. So that's the reason to use that, but don't forget to also turn it off afterwards. But yeah, so there's that. And then bottom of this. this here, which is, well, I'd say, you know, the reason, but this is one of the reasons I got this set. I did, admittedly, I was going to get one of the sets for one of those as well. Regardless, this way, this one can go right in the middle of this if you want to have co-option. Of course, 2, 3, 4 pull accessory holes as the reason, of course, to get the sets of pull accessories for whatever you want to theme it to. There is an anchor magnet there. Okay. Yeah, so great detailing here. Notably, that's a skull, so this doesn't work all that well because of that as like a center of town decoration. Definitely an out in the wilderness one. And then we have this detailing in here, and there's like maybe that's the moon in there. But this piece here also has this pop out, so they can be separated. I guess this can be center of town decoration. Yeah, that's a pretty satisfying friction fit too. Just that feels nice. It's definitely tight enough it stays in. And they did texture and paint the outside of this so that you can just set this down separate. So, that is this pack, although some of these pieces will definitely be coming back as we look at the Oracle Pool Deluxe Light Puck pack, which has more stuff to go along with it, and some more pull accessory pieces. Here, we have the actual light puck, so we'll get to that. And I'll get to these after we get to it, actually. Let's see, we have a little bag here that I think just has 2 of the Saluting Seraphs. And 2 of these, what are they, pylon? I don't know, so there's like a little moon detail in the front of that too, so that goes well. Obviously, they're painted to match the same runic look. Yeah, so a few more of those. We get this here, which, in and of itself, is a big circular well. Very big. No magnet. We have column details around here. Of course, all this stone work, etching, painting that makes it look like moss is growing on it. Top here, and I will first grab this piece from the last one, and does it... No, it does not quite fit, but it covers it enough where you see the outside. It doesn't fit inside of, but it fits outside of this. And, you know, enough where it looks like it belongs, but there's sort of an option for that. And there was this here, which is just, you know, see-through. Put it at the top, put it at the bottom. Either way, it's sort of a watery texture. And here's one, the vault entrance, which should be able to do the same, I believe. Doesn't have quite the same satisfying inset as this does. But I think it's because they want it to both work on the top or on the bottom. But this one, it's a lot more detail. Of course, it's also translucent. You can see kind of where the clear details are better from the back, as it is still very textured from the front. But yeah, a bunch of design details there. Inside this box, it's also, interestingly enough, the only piece that I have that is mountain. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 by 6. The circle cut out. Pretty sure this square one will fit the fogger, and it has magnets. And you can line it up here. So it is a effect piece. So you can work with mountains. Of course, it can also go in the middle of a city and just be some rough stone around it, if that's what you need to insert it in, or however it works. Anyways, on to the light puck itself. The Dwarven light puck adds the magic of dynamic light effects to your terrain. Download options, etc. Instructions. Let me take a look at this. And I took out the screws on the back to find that it is in fact a rechargeable battery pack. So that basically means charging it through the included USB connector, which is a different type of USB than the floor fogger. Interestingly enough, you cannot use that cable for that. It's required, so I will actually, I guess, have to charge this up first, and then we will take a look at it. Alright, so I plugged this in, and I got the app, and of course this is not a great way to show this, but choose device, and make sure your Bluetooth is on, and I'm thinking if I select light, tap, pair and connect, pair, and there we go, and it says new firmware is available, and we have to update, so I will now update that. And it's taken probably less than a minute, and it says done now, and now it's going to make me choose the device again, maybe? Choose that light. Light puck. Okay. Is it going to do anything? Demo. Oh. Okay. So, let me. So I've turned off the lights in the room to make it easier to see. Can I dim this? Yeah. Okay, so there's a dimming slider here. If it's all the way bright, it looks great in the room, but for the camera, let's dim it. So here's this, for example, and it has a little lightning button. But whenever I tap it, there's one of these. Anyways, so part of the idea is putting this, well, you'll see in a moment. But if you have, say, a cover over it to help diffuse it, that might make things look a little nicer. Lightning, 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 lightning. Or there are these, because they are the individual circles. Yeah, whatever. To make it easy, I'm just going to set it straight on there. So we have little designs that are designed to line up with the particular circles in here. Oh, and you can drag them around on the app to reorganize them. Anyways. Variety of lighting effects that it has. And turn down the lights because there are certainly things that are harder to show here. Because you can have this in various spots. If you just take this and you put it at the bottom of this thing here, there's just enough room at the top to shove one of these. So you can do that. Or you can say put it on this floor and then put one of these on top where it's got a bit of a lip there. Various options with that. Of course, you maybe have it on its own. And you use this to cover up a lot of the outside. You could then shrink it down to have certain smaller objects they've done in the past that will fit on top of there. And then, I have not yet shown these. Came with it. Which are in a giant bag. Much larger than it needs to be. There are these three covers. Well, take a look at them. This one here is the, and they're what, Phantasmic filters. This is the River Styx Souls Faces one. And of course, like, depending on which light you put it with, it looks very different. There's this colorful looking one here. Or this sort of green blast. Anyways, so there's options just to cover it with those. Also, I have this here, and there is a circle cut out. I got this in the unboxing I did of, what was it? I got the fogger, because this fits that, but this also fits this. So you can have just this wellspring here. And you see it glistens through here, like through these cracks. You can also play with how dim it is for the sake of messing with it. And same with this piece here. Anyways, so a variety of different pieces available in this set that look different with the light puck, which does have these individually addressable LEDs in it. It's kind of the whole point. And so there are, I think they said 8, one of which is the demo, which is just kind of crazy. Sort of built-in animations. They're animations. There are 8 built-in animations on this. According to this little insert, there are 20 additional light sequences at the page where the instructions were. According to that page, it sounds like there may be more in the future. And so those can be downloaded onto it. I think the idea was they did it that way so that they could get these loaded up and then work on them once this was being shipped. And then also there is a computer app where if you want to go through the effort, because it's a lot of little individually addressable LEDs on there, but you can go through the effort and you can program your own animations for it. So if you have something very specific that you need for your campaign, you can use this to tell whatever story, because whether it's, simple light glistening pool, or the ability to zap lightning across items, or a little volcano for, designed for the Oblivion Nexus, which I don't have, there are various options for it to help tell stories. It is another tool that there are a few options, obviously, whether it's used in the giant well or the Codex Vault. It looks like it seals some entrance, or this crystal entrance, or this natural wellspring, or whatever, of these options, any of the phantasmal filter cutouts. There are a variety of uses already available right here. But it's something that they can continue to build on in the future, was the big reason I picked it up, to see what they do with it. And this is a rechargeable battery on this, so I charged it up for, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes. So, yeah. So, various cool, just sort of the circle ruins pieces. I know, if you use this circle to block it, to make it smaller, then you can do at least some of, the light up fountain bits or things that have come in some previous sets when they just had, because they've had little floor packs that have little LEDs and you turn them on and it lights up from the floor. Well, now you can have animation with it, is basically what this does. So, yeah, Dwarven Forge Light Puck. And I will link to Dwarven Forge's website at time of recording. They've started putting all this stuff on the site as coming early summer, so you can see prices and that kind of thing, and then actual availability is to follow, though by the time I get it edited, it may be there, so go check it out. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.